Welcome to Good Eats with I Am Breezy, the ultimate destination for food lovers everywhere. For all my foodies, I'm Breezy, your guide to delicious flavors, whether that's cooking at home or going out and reviewing your favorite restaurants. Join me as I explore the world full of flavors, whether it's soulful comfort food or global cuisine. Get ready to satisfy your cravings and join me every second Sunday for this mouth-watering journey. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to Good Eats, where every bite tells a story. Hey y'all, it's your girl I Am Breezy. Welcome back to Good Eats. Y'all know every single Sunday we're going to cook up something amazing. And y'all, we about to get into it today. We are going to be cooking chicken and steak chipotle bowls. We are doing Cajun chicken and garlic steak chipotle style bowls. I'm going to go ahead and pan over and let you guys see the supplies, materials, and food ingredients that you will need. Alright, so you're going to need 2 cast iron skillets, as I have here. One will be used to cook the chicken, one will be used to cook the steak. You're going to need 2 bowls. You're going to actually need a total of 4, but I'm going to use 2 bowls. One for my guacamole and one for my pico de gallo salsa. Okay, then you're also going to need 2 other bowls, one just to kind of season your chicken and one to season your steak. You're also going to need a pot to cook your rice in, and you're going to need a knife for when your chicken and your steak rest to cut those up into little pieces, and of course spoons for your salsa and guacamole. As far as ingredients, we have our rice here. These are just something on the side for us to try. It's not necessary, but some chili lime tortilla chips to try with our bowls. We have here our thin cut ribeye steak, skinless, boneless chicken thighs. We have our avocados for our guacamole. We also have our green onion, our cilantro, our tomatoes, and our pineapple. Yes, I add pineapple into my salsa. It's amazing. And last ingredient is a purple onion, which I have over here. Okay, last ingredient, purple onion. And so we're going to go ahead and get it started. Alright y'all, so we're going to go ahead and start. I have rinsed off both of our meats. Make sure to wash your hand in between utilizing your different meats. We have steak and we have chicken, beef and chicken. They have both been rinsed, and I wash my hand in between each. So I'm going to go ahead, piece of onion in here. I'm going to go ahead and turn my cast irons on, because I want them to be scalding hot, because I want a nice good char on my meats. So I'm going to start with our steak, and we're going to actually cut this nice little piece of fat off and let that render down in the skillet, and that's what we'll cook this ribeye in, is that nice chunk of fat, because it's going to give a lot of good flavor. So I got both of my eyes on about 6 starting off, 6, 7 starting off, and I'm just going to pick any one to be the one for the steak and then the other one for the chicken, obviously. Okay, so I'm just making sure I'm only cutting that fat off, and we're going to let that cook and render down that fat in that skillet, and this is actually what we'll cook our steak in. Okay, so we're going to season it up nice and well. We're actually going to go ahead and start by seasoning our steak. So I'm going to use a couple of things. I'm going to use some sauces, because I am going to put this back in the bowl. So this is just how I want to do it. This is just to do like a marinade, put a little A1 sauce, a little stir fry. I know y'all probably like, girl, what you doing? Just a little bit. You don't know. A slight hint of barbecue. Not a lot, because I ain't trying to barbecue. And y'all, don't go off, but a little bit of bread and butter pickle juice, just a little vinegar. This is going to create just the lightest marinade. Look how much is in there. Not a lot of nothing. And just a little bit of that vinegar. Okay. That's it. That is it, and that is all. Let me grab something to stir. So I'm just going to mix that up together. And I guess you could say I'm going to season my steaks twice, because I'm going to actually season this and drink our steak in it, and then right before we put it in, I'm going to coat it with the seasonings again as a dry rub. So starting off, I'm going to put the steak seasoning in there, and I'm using about a tablespoon of each seasoning. You don't need a tablespoon of black pepper. You can just kind of judge that with your eyes. And then, I just threw garlic powder everywhere. So like so. Same for your garlic powder. Onion powder. And some smoked paprika. And I'm actually going to put in some fresh minced garlic as well. You gotta remember what you're using when you're using these different meats like that, guys. So we're just letting this fat render down. It's gonna give it a lot of nice flavor. I'm actually gonna just throw some pepper and salt in here with that fat. I didn't see my sauce. All right. And I'm gonna do a little garlic. Okay. And I'm just going to stir that paste up. You see it got really thick once I put those seasonings. Okay. And now we're just going to take our steak and coat it. That's it. That's all. It's not too serious. I gotta put this in the sink and clean it thoroughly. So I'm just going to make sure this is all over our steak. I hate that I don't have any gloves because it's quite messy. And then, of course, like I said, right before we actually put the steak in and start to cook it, we're going to season it again. So just put that back there. Clean hands and wash up all your utensils. Okay. Make sure you're using soap and water, guys, not just a regular utensil. Right, so we're just letting it fat render on down before we cook our steak in it. Okay. Now we're going to season our chicken. My hands have been washed. So for our chicken, I want it Cajun style. So I'm just going to season it like this. So a lot of clappy mama, paprika, and again about a tablespoon of each. Black pepper. Garlic powder. Onion powder. And really the only difference in my seasoning is steak seasoning and chicken bouillon, because hence this is chicken. Good. And then we're going to just mix that all together. And you almost want to blacken the chicken. That's why I have the cast iron already on. I turned it down and turned it back up just so that it's already at a temperature. And voila. Put that to the back. Wash your hands. And let me just say, if you ain't sneezing, it ain't season. Okay? So we're going to check on our fat here, rendering down. We're just going to turn it down a little bit, just a little bit. It's doing exactly what we want it to do. Let me show you. That oil that's in there. Can y'all see that oil moving around in there? That's exactly what we want, because we want to cook our steaks in that. So what I'm going to do is get our water for our rice going, and then I'll start making our salsa and guacamole, and then we'll come add our meats and go from there. Get that going. We're going to turn our fat down. Okay, our fat has rendered down. So we're going to turn that down. And I'm going to cut up our ingredients for our pico and our guac. Alright, y'all, we're going to start adding our meat. So we're just going to add them face down. Wash my hands. Check that. Now we're going to add more seasoning and then add our steak. Let me grab that. And that side of the seasoning, I'm going to lay it face down. Do the same thing. Steak seasoning and a little pepper. Same side of just season, face down into that steak fat oil. And we have that on about 7. We're going to let that flash cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. And we can actually go ahead and season this other side of your steak. So when you get ready, because this is what's going to help you get that nice crust. Get our handy dandy, and I'm going to continue to stir this rice, check this rice. I'm also going to go ahead and add butter to my rice. Okay, about that much butter. Alright, so we're going to finish our salsa. I have some tomatoes and some avocado. We're just going to go ahead and finish chopping that up. You can cut them in nice little chunks, however you or your family like it. I like a nice little chunk. Now I'm just going to add all those. Because it still has to rest, but we want that nice sauce, nice color. You could have turned it up a little higher on your chicken to get a little bit more cast iron of the color, but this is what we got for chicken and steak. So let's go ahead and speed up the process to finish up over here. So we're just going to go ahead and get this process started. But it's okay. And we're just gonna chop our pineapple. Doesn't matter how, we just want smaller chunks. And we're just gonna add it directly to our bowl. Don't have to do a lot. So we're gonna plug it out. So use a little ranch seasoning. And we're just gonna season this thing. Okay. Garlic powder, a little lemon pepper, onion powder, black pepper, paprika. So that's what we're gonna do. Throw a little lemon pepper in there, garlic powder, onion powder, a little black pepper. I'm also going to throw a little pepper in my rice. And that's our guac. We're going to stir. Squeeze it into your guac. That's it. Alright, let's go ahead and finish this pico. Click on this rice. We're going to turn the rice down on low. Look how fluffy that rice is back there. So we're actually going to turn it off. And we're now going to add some cilantro and lime to that rice really quickly. I'm just going to get quite a few because I actually put the cilantro in my pico as well. So I'm just going to put all that in our rice. And we're going to also squeeze our lime over into our rice. Okay. Now we're just going to stir that. Again, make sure the rice is turned off. And mix that cilantro and lime in really well. Okay, so everything is pretty much done. I'm just gonna finish up this sauce right here. So I like to put green onion in mine. I love using green onion. We got a couple big ones here. All of that to our bowl. Okay, now we're gonna chop up our purple onion. Or is this a shallot? What do y'all call it? What's the difference? This is typically where I start to cry. Let me pre-warn y'all. Onions make me cry. There's nothing you can do about it. It doesn't matter how sharp your knife is. I try the hot water method to kind of like heat or kind of, you know, warm up my onion and like let some of those films and stuff out. But it don't matter. She's a crier. And add that onion in there. Give it some cilantro. Come to tears. Oh no. Squeeze a little lime. Let it come out of that one. Come out of that one. Okay. We're gonna cut us another lime. I don't know why that lime is so hard. Squeeze a little lime there. Also put a little bit more in the guac. Alright, so I'm now going to cut this, cut up this chicken and this steak. Where is my knife? I'm not going to cut nothing. And we're just going to cut it up into little bite-sized pieces. Nothing like spectacular. Everything has rested. If you can't take the heat, because this is hot, as y'all can see, get some chicken, I said some chicken gloves, some kitchen gloves. Sure you don't want this?
I'm gonna piece of that chicken before I go. I don't want you in here cooking chicken.
It'll be some left. Steak is pretty good. I should have took it off a little bit earlier. And it would have been just perfect, I swear. Just a little bit early. Alright, y'all, we're going to assemble our bowl. We're going to start with a little rice. I don't need a lot of rice. I'm not a big fan of rice. Start with your rice. The bottom of your bowl. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab some meat. I'm going to grab some steak. Y'all know how Chipotle do. You know? Boom, boom. Got our steak. And now I'm going to grab some chicken. And then I'm going to go over here to our toppings. And of course, Chipotle style. We're going to add some guac. Well, I'll add pico first. Sour cream first. Wait a minute. Now, of course, I didn't make no sour cream, but y'all know. Oh, wait, cheese. I like it. It's an order to these things, y'all. Cheese. Don't need a lot of it. Sour cream. Okay, I guess our sour cream ain't open. Oh, our sour cream is. Let's try this again. Okay, it's okay. It's just sour cream. Okay. Put some of our pineapple pico right there on top. Trying to make sure I get me some of them onions and stuff. Yeah, it's the best part. And then I'm gonna top it off with a dollop of guacamole. And then, boom, we have our beautiful homemade chipotle. Y'all see that? When it's layered rice, steak, chicken, cheese, sour cream, pico, and guac. It's on where I give y'all the taste test. Where my chips here? Alright, so let me give you guys my taste test. Grab a little bit of everything. That's chicken. Let me grab a piece of steak. Okay, let's see. Try to share. Oh yeah. Chipotle for dinner.